Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a drugstore holiday makeup look because the time is here. It is officially December, so I feel like I am in full holiday mode. I usually get like this in November, honestly, because I feel like November to me is just Thanksgiving, which equals the holidays, but we're in December, so we are like in full holiday mode, like officially. But yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Let me know if you got any good Black Friday deals, if you did some shopping. I stocked up on a couple things and I got a couple new products as well, so I'll be doing a haul probably on my vlog channel, so stay tuned for that. But today it's all about the drugstore makeup. I'm going to be using my Golden Glam kit with Milani, which is still available at select Walmart stores and online. And my last video I did another drugstore makeup look and I used my Rising Star kit. If you guys are interested, I will link that here on the screen. But today we're going to do some bronzy eyes, bronzy glowy skin, and a pop of color on the lips, and we're just going to hang out and have some girl time. So I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. Okay, so we are starting with the brows and everything. I was gonna do them off camera, but you know, I do love full face tutorials and I know you guys do too. And even though I do the same thing in every single one of my videos as far as my brows, I'm gonna show it anyways. So today I'm kind of feeling more of a bolder brow, so I am gonna use a pomade, but I'm gonna go in with the 2-in-1 brow styler from Oma Beauty just to outline my brows. I love this product, it's amazing, and you can get it at Walmart. I'm going to use this brow and lash brush. I picked this up from Walmart a few years ago. It's from the brand Equate, but I like this because you get a angle brush on one side and then a spoolie on the other, but I'm just using this to just spoolie through my brows so that they don't look too harsh, and the product is like evenly distributed throughout the rest of the hairs, so always like to do that. And then today I'm going to use the e.l.f. liner and brow cream in the shade Espresso. In the Oma Beauty brow product, I'm in the shade 08, which I feel like is a good everyday shade, but I think I'm going to go up a shade or two just for those days when I want a more bolder brow. But for now I'm just going to use the pomade. So today I'm actually going to switch it up, and I'm not going to use that NYX concealer to clean up the brows because it's like so hard to find, and I always feel bad whenever I use it because I know a lot of you guys can't get your hands on it anymore. But I always mention that if you do want to clean up your brows, you could use a stick foundation or just something that's a little bit thicker. That way it just makes it easier to carve out your brows. Today I'm actually going to use the Milani cream to powder foundation because I'm going to use this later on my face for my foundation today. So I'm going to use it today just to clean up the brows because the formula is a little bit thicker, but it's creamy and it blends really easily into the skin. And I have this one in the shade 230 light beige. So I like to just use a flat shader brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics, and you can just take that product and just start carving out your brows. Speaking of BH, I actually ordered a bunch of new, well, not a bunch, I ordered 2 new brush sets, like eye brushes, and I'm so excited because I've been wanting some new eye brushes for a while, and they had an amazing Black Friday deal on their brushes. Like everything I feel like was like 70-80% off. Like it's crazy. Like I got 2 brush sets for like under $25, so I'm super excited. And I want to do an updated brush video, but I wanted to get like brushes that you guys could get as well, so I'm gonna try them out, and then I'm gonna probably do a brush video very soon, so stay tuned. But BH Cosmetics I feel like always has really great deals, and some of their makeup brushes I've had for years. Like I can't even tell you, probably like 5-6 years, some of them, and they're still in amazing condition. So I love BH when it comes to makeup brushes. I mean, I love their makeup as well, but their makeup brushes are my favorite. All right, brows are on. I know they look a little bold, but we're gonna do kind of some more bolder eyes today, like neutral, but still kind of bold. So I feel like we need a bold brow. So I'm gonna go in and prime the lids, and one of my all-time favorite eye primers is the NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Base. Like this is so good. This will make your shadows so vibrant and last all day. I love the formula of this too because it's not too dry, it's not too tacky, it's just a good consistency. So today for eyeshadows, I'm going to be using the We Did Something palette from Milani. This is the eyeshadow palette that is in the Golden Glam kit. This is still available at select Walmart stores and online. I'll leave a link down below. You guys can put in like your zip code and then it'll show the Walmarts that do have it in stock in your location. I still can't believe this, you guys, that like I'm literally in Walmart. Like my face is in Walmart. Like what? It's crazy. I actually went to go see my display for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and I was like just having a moment, you know, like it's just crazy how far we've come. I'm so proud of myself and I'm proud of the community that we've built together. So I love you guys, but anyways, that's not what this video is about. So let's move on to the holiday makeup look. But I'm gonna go into the soft brown shade right here and I'm gonna apply that as my neutral blending color. I did film this look yesterday, so this brush has a little bit of the leftover eyeshadow because I filmed a look yesterday. I used new eyelash glue. My lashes were lifting throughout the video and I didn't really notice until when I was done filming because they were lifting like this part, whatever. And I spot cleaned my brushes really quickly, but clearly there's still a little bit of leftover eyeshadow on here, but it's okay. I'm gonna dip into this color and I'm also gonna take a little bit of this shade as well. And I'm just kind of adding that in there to emphasize the crease. I love these two colors combined. So the first shade is a really light soft brown, but when you build it up, you can actually get more color payoff with it. And I love that shade just in the crease, like as an everyday color. And then the shade next to it, which is this color, has a little bit more of like a reddish, very warm undertone. So I love mixing the two. It just creates like the perfect transition shade. Okay, then today's star of the show is gonna be this shade right here. It's a light, really light shimmery gold. It is beautiful and super pigmented. You could apply this with your finger, but I'm gonna put this on with a brush just because my nails are a little bit longer. So sometimes it's hard for me to get in there and be really precise, but I do like to take my finger sometimes and kind of just like tap that color in, because with your fingers you can really get that full effect, or with a super thin flat shader brush. This one is the Crown Case 01 brush. Honestly, I feel like you could even use like a paintbrush as well. Like just anything flat and thin will apply shimmers and glitters the best on your lid. So I'm gonna dip into that shade and I'm gonna spray my brush because I do this with all of my eyeshadows. Just makes them pop a little bit more and it helps them to stick better. So I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Setting Spray. I'm gonna use this later on, but I'm gonna use it just to spray the brush and pack that on the lid. I'm gonna stop about midway because then I'm gonna add the chocolate brown on the outer crease. Look at that pigment, you guys. I love it. Then I'm gonna go into the chocolate brown shade and I'm gonna apply that on the outer lid. And with this, I'm gonna start kind of tapping it in and blending it in a little bit with that gold, just so that the two colors kind of like mesh together and look super seamless. I like to kind of tap in the product and then blend it out. Then I'm gonna take a different blending brush and I'm gonna go back into these two shades. And I'm gonna just run that right in at this crease area. Don't want to lose that gold, so I'm going to emphasize it a little bit more and I'm going to take my finger and just kind of press that in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flat shader brush and I'm going to go back into the gold and I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to apply the product on the tip of the brush, if that makes sense. So I'm literally going to do this. I'm going to spray the brush. I'm going to emphasize the crease a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of give myself the illusion of a cut crease and sort of like as if I applied a glitter liner, but just with the eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that color and I'm just gonna run it right in this area and just very lightly bring it out. Just like that. So you guys know, if you watch my videos, I love to add glitter liner to my look. Sometimes I will just add it right here because it just adds a little extra pop. But with your brush, as it could be any brush, like I said, as long as it's a flat brush, you could do that with any eyeshadow and just kind of like emphasize that, and you can extend it out a little bit and it makes it look like you have glitter liner, but it's literally just your eyeshadow. So see like that little line right there? It's so cute. I love it. And by the way, when you do this, you have to spray your brush. You cannot do this with a dry brush. It has to be sprayed, it has to be wet, it has to be a thin brush. All right, I'm just wiping away the fallout. And of course, we're gonna do some skin prep, but I'm gonna do mascara and lashes. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do winged liner, I forgot. So this is the Essence Super Precise Eyeliner, one of my all-time favorites. This is $3 and it performs like it's like a $30 product. Like, it's such a good eyeliner. It's matte, it's black, lasts all day, but it's super easy to work with. If you guys remember the NYC liquid liner, this is the closest thing to that liner, and that was one of my all-time favorites. I'm gonna do a quick coat of mascara, and I'm using the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. And today for lashes, I'm going to use these Eyeliner Luxe Plush Lashes in the style number 15. I tried these out yesterday and they are beautiful. Super wispy, easy to apply. All right, the lashes are on. Now we can jump into the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do some primer water, and I'm going to use the Catrice Prime and Fine spray. This one is the Dewy Glow Fixing Spray, one of my favorites. I love that spray. It smells so good and it gives just a light dew to the skin. Today for primer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I haven't used this in a minute, but this is really good at making your makeup last like forever. And it's super hydrating. I love the formula of this. This is very similar to the e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer. This one is a little bit tackier, but they're both very similar. So I'm going to just put this on everywhere. You see it gives like a tacky finish, but that's what you want. That way your makeup will stick and last all day. I always like to let my primers sit in for about maybe like 2 minutes or so before moving into foundation. And for foundation today, since I am breaking out a little bit, I want some good coverage, but I still want it to feel really lightweight. So I'm going to go in with the Milani Cream to Powder Foundation. This is so good. It is so seamless. When this first went viral, it was because of the KVD Good Apple Foundation on TikTok, and I actually compared this to that one, and this one is so much better. It's definitely more of like a toned down version of the Good Apple Foundation. It's much more lightweight. It looks more like skin, and it's one of those foundations that when you build it up, it's not going to be really cakey and heavy. So I really love this. I think it's great for every day because you can control the coverage. It's creamy, blends into the skin nicely, and it has a soft matte finish, but it's not drying. So I'm gonna just start kind of pressing it in because you can see I need some good coverage right here because I am breaking out a little bit. And look at that. This is so good. It's so pretty, blends easily, but it still looks like skin with like amazing coverage. I love how skin-like it is too. Like when I put it on, I feel like it is so like seamless. So Milani was actually so kind to create a little virtual bundle with some more of my favorites, so you guys can get that directly on their website. Unfortunately, my holiday kits are not going to be restocking on there, but like I said, they do have a little virtual bundle with some of my favorites, and this foundation is one of them. So you can get the foundation, Milani Make It Last. You guys know this is my favorite setting spray of all time, but I'm not using it today because I wanted to switch it up. But I love that spray. And then you can also get the new matte lipsticks that I love. The shade Tease is like probably one of my go-to nudes. And then their cream to powder highlighter, which is a part of my holiday kits, but I love the highlighters in general. I love all the shades. I feel like they're great for so many different skin tones. I will link my little bundle down below as well if you guys want to check it out. It's such a great deal. Yeah, this foundation is bomb. And obviously it's gonna look a little bit more dewy just because I did use that dew primer underneath. Now for concealer, this has been one of my new favorites. It's the new NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I just love how hydrating this is under the eyes. It also has really great coverage. It melts into the skin. And this one's in the shade Beige. It is so creamy. With any extra product, I usually just put it on my T-zone. Then I'm going to do some cream bronzer, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzers. I love these. I like mixing the shade Bronzed Beauty, or Bronzed Belle, I think it is actually. Bronzed Belle and Tan Lines. So Tan Lines is very light, but it's like not too light, but I feel like I need a little extra color. So for me, I feel like I need a shade in between both of these. So when I mix them, it kind of creates my perfect shade. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush, and I like to dip into the lighter shade first and then a little bit of the dark Bronzed Belle color. And this is kind of the shade that I create, and I love it. It's a little bit warm, but that's usually the kind of colors that I like for my cheeks and like my skin tone. We're going with bronzy skin today, of course, and you know, people always ask what's the point of doing cream bronzer, cream blush, just to go over it with powder. It just makes it last so much longer. If you struggle with your powder bronzer or powder blush lasting throughout the day, try applying a cream underneath because it really helps. I know it's an extra step, but it makes a huge difference for me. Now for cream blush, I'm actually going to use the Double Shot Highlighter from the Golden Glam kit. I like to use this as a kind of like a topper over my bronzer. It just gives you like this really pretty baked bronzer effect. But recently what I started doing is actually using this underneath of the powders and kind of using it as a cream blush because I love like a bronzy warm cheek. Those are my favorite kinds of colors on my cheeks. And there's a cream and a powder in here. The cream is a little bit more lighter and subtle, and then the powder is definitely much more intense. But these are pigmented. There's no glitter in them. The formula is really seamless. So these are beautiful. Like I said, as toppers, as eyeshadows. If you don't want like too much shimmer on your lid, like if you have this holiday kit, maybe you don't want to use these like shimmer glittery colors as eyeshadows, you can use these as eyeshadows if you want more of like a sheen bronzy look. So they're really versatile. I always say like make it work, have fun, and make the products your own no matter what it is. You know, there's no rules to makeup. So yeah, I'm going to use the cream in here just to add it to my cheeks, and then I'm going to top it off with Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon, and it is my perfect bronzy everyday cheek. You see how pretty that is? It is so bronzy and glowy. Okay, for powder, I'm gonna use my Collab Set the Stage Soft Focus Powder. This is just the translucent one. I know technically this isn't Drugstore, but hear me out. I just didn't want to use my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder again because that is truly one of my favorites. But I do have a couple other drugstore powders that I love, but this Collab powder is it. Like, it is so good. It's like 15 bucks, but you get so much product in here. It will last you forever, and this is so smooth and beautiful. And I've been really loving the White Cat powder as well because it gives you like this really natural bright under eye look because it is like just a translucent shade, but it has a little bit of a yellow tint, so it just gives a little bit of lightness to the eyes, and I love it. So you can get this at Sally's Beauty, and it is 100%, 1000% worth it. It's bomb. So I'm gonna use this to set. Very lightly with just any extra powder that I have, I will just dust this over the rest of my face. Sometimes I'll use like a separate pressed powder, but today I'm just gonna use this one really lightly. Then to set the cream bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. This is so good. I love the variety in here, and I'm actually just gonna go in with these two shades up top. And I'm just gonna press this into the skin. So it's gonna not only emphasize the cream products that you put on, but it's also just gonna make everything last. And this brush is the Real Techniques Multitask Brush. Found this in a brush kit at TJ Maxx, and it's really good. And then for powder blush, I'm gonna use Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes in my collection because of this warm undertone. I love it. Okay, I don't really want too much highlight because I feel like my cheeks and my face already in general is very glowy because I used a lot of dewy products. So I'm going to use something subtle that still gives a little bit of a light natural glow. This is the NYX High Glass Finishing Powder in the shade Light. This is super natural. It's kind of like the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in a way, but I'm just going to dust this a little bit right on the tops of the cheeks, down the bridge of the nose, above the lip, on the chin. I'm gonna set my brows now, and I'm gonna use the Oma Beauty 2-in-1 Brow Styler once again. I'm just gonna use that brow gel to lock these into place. Okay, so we're almost done with the look. I'm just gonna finish up the lower lashes and we'll do lips. So for the inner corners, I'm gonna take that same shimmer that I have on the lid and just pop that in there. Then I'm gonna go into the warm brown shade, and I'm gonna apply that also on the lower lashes. And then I'm gonna take that chocolate brown on the outer portion just to deepen that up a little bit as well. Okay, this is one of the best brown eyeliners at the drugstore ever, and it's because of the undertone and like the shade. So this is the NYX Faux Blacks eyeliner in the shade Burnt Sienna. If you guys are familiar with MAC Costa Riche, this is pretty much, I feel like, almost identical to that. It's super creamy, and I love the color, and it really makes your brown eyes pop. I mean, this is gonna look good on any eye color, honestly, but especially brown eyes, stunning. It's like a rich brown with kind of a little bit of a red undertone. It is so pretty. I love brown eyeliner. I feel like brown makes them pop a little bit more. Okay, now for lips, I'm gonna do, of course, a pop of color. So this is the Milani Ludicrous Matte Lip Crown, and this is a part of the Golden Glam kit. If you guys have never tried these matte lip crowns, you need to. They are super pigmented and rich. I mean, you guys know Milani's lip product formula is like unmatched. I love it so much. I love the way purple and like vampy tones like this look with bronze eyeshadow. I just love the combination of like plum with gold. I think it's stunning. And I feel like it's one of those colors that is so sexy and is truly gonna look good on everybody. And it just complements all the golden tones in this kit perfectly. So So I feel like this color looks so much more bright on camera and especially with these studio lights, but in person it's definitely more of like a plum vampy shade. I think it is stunning. I know it's different and it's bold, but I just love the way this looks with these bronzy tones. Back in the day when I was like 19, 20, I'm like aging myself, I'm only 25, but a few years ago I actually used to wear so many more bolder lip shades, like way more often than I would wear nudes. And then throughout the years I kind of let go of the bolder lip shades. Every time I would wear them I was only like 18, 19 and people would tell me that I look like I'm 25 or 26. So I hate the fact that people would always think I looked so much older, but when I look back I'm like, I love it. I don't think that I looked older at all. So I want to bring back the bolder lip shades. That is one of my makeup goals for the year, for the rest of the year and for next year, because I don't do anything crazy with my eyeshadow, so I feel like adding a pop of color on the lips is always fun. I'm doing it and I encourage you guys to do it as well because why not? It's just lipstick. Anyways, that is officially everything for this makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead and set the makeup and we will be on our way. I wish we were going to a holiday party, but like it's Wednesday right now. So that officially completes this drugstore holiday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, everything will be linked down below in the description box if you guys are interested. And if you made it to the end of the video, then that means you made it to the giveaway. So I decided to do a giveaway because it's December when you guys are watching this, and I always love to have giveaways around this time of year just to give back. And this is just a very small way of me saying thank you for everything, for all of your support, all the love you guys have shown me with my Milani collab. And so I put together 3 mystery boxes full of different makeup and skincare products, just miscellaneous things, but these are jam-packed with just a bunch of products, and I'm gonna pick 3 of you guys to win. I'll pick the winners probably by the end of the week or beginning of next week, and I'll leave them in the description box below, or I'll pin a comment with the winners. You don't have to have social media to enter. This is just for my YouTube fam. It's super simple to enter. Just leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a way that I can contact you in case you're the winner, and that is it. So yeah, check the description box below for all the details. I'll leave like the exact date of when the giveaway ends and everything, but that is it for today's video. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon in my next one.